Rob and Lizz in the morning.
On his radio.
Ninja, you did something. Did this happen yesterday?
Yes, yesterday afternoon, sometime. I went and did early voting.
Okay.
In and out in 10 minutes.
Oh, that's not bad.
Nah.
That's not, honestly, when I have voted, on the day of and not done early voting, seems to move pretty quickly, but I think that depends on where you are.
Yeah, and what time you go.
Exactly, which normally, we're going like right after lunch.
Right.
And so, yeah, it gets really crazy kind of later in the day. But Scott, have you done early voting?
No, I've got a spot just down the road from my house, and I drive by it. I think today I'm going to go by there after work on my way home and cast my ballot, get it out of the way.
Well, and that's a good thing to go ahead and, because you could get busy on Tuesday, a week from today,
right,
and then not be able to go, and then you're kind of without casting your vote. I literally have never early voted before.
Me either. This was my first time.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know why we wait until the day when we can early vote.
Right.
But you had a question about one of the questions.
Yeah, so sometimes there's these extra questions on the ballot, and I don't know why they always gotta sound and be written out like it's an SAT question. I'm like, can this just be simpler so I can understand it? I feel like this is a trick question.
Well, a little bit. And if I answer, if I think it means one thing, but it actually means something else. So, I know that one that I was reading was talking about, you had to be a citizen of the United States of America, and you had to be at least 18 years old. Mm-hmm. But there were all these extra, legalese.
Fluff.
Right. And it's like, wait a minute, hold on. Okay, the diagram is what now? Because I have no idea what you're asking me.
I know. I had to read it 20 times to make sure I was reading it right. But
the poll workers, too, they're like, why is that person asleep over there behind the curtain?
But you're
they okay? Do we need to check on them?
Head in your hand. I don't know what this means. And it's not like you can phone a friend. What does this mean? I can't figure it out. So, and then you're under pressure because the people behind you may be on their lunch break or, they've got to get to work and they're like, come on.
Staring you down, looking at their watch.
And you're like, can you just please say, can I be a citizen of the U.S. and 18? But we did get an open mic. What do you think?
I heard you talking about standing in line for voting, and I early voted yesterday, but the first time Obama ran, I stood in line for 4 hours to vote on voting day. And then I went home and my husband went. We were trading off keeping kids, and he stood in line for another 3.5 hours. So voting early was very, very enticing to do, so I wouldn't have to stand in line for that long.
Oh, my goodness. So they put 7.5 hours into it, which
That's
it's
a whole
worth
work
it.
day.
That's a whole work day. And they had kids. It sounds like they had younger kids as well. Scott, have you ever waited that long?
No, that's why I try an early vote, because I know the lines are going to be so long on election day. And usually when I go, in that sweet spot you were talking about, 1 to 4 maybe early afternoon, the lines aren't too bad. But I've seen some reports of lines being that long. I just can't imagine waiting. But kudos for those that do, because voting is very important.
It is very important, but you also can get a little sweet treat if you go voting.
Yeah, make sure you keep your I voted sticker and hold on to it, especially if you go early, because then you get your free donut at Krispy Kreme.
But you got a whole list of things, though, not just from Krispy Kreme. Where else?
So apparently you can work out at Gold's Gym for free that day, right after you have your donut. Yeah.
So, that's not bad. So I feel like, though, we need a little something salty. Is there anything like a bag of chips? Can we get a bag of chips? Because I'm going to need something salty after all that.
Rob and Lizz in the morning.
On his radio.
That is where we are right now. If this is healing, let it begin, as we are still and will be just dealing and processing and grieving the passing of our friend, our brother, Rob Dempsey. We had the Celebration of Life service yesterday. You can still get a link to that service in case you did. I mean, it was absolutely beautiful in the praise and worship, and Spencer, Rob's son, getting up at the end of the service and playing praise and worship, did Waymaker, as well as parts of Reckless Love from Corey Asbury. It was just such a moving service. You can text the word Rob to 800-447-7234.
We got a text from Karen she said that she really enjoyed watching Rob's service and how they opened up with songs that she enjoys singing at her church as well. And she really enjoyed hearing Amanda, Rob's daughter, her speech and what she shared. And she actually shared with us that today she's celebrating her 1,000th day of being cancer-free.
Oh, my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
So, see, we can celebrate, in this, we celebrate Rob's life and the people that he impacted, possibly even you, just encouraging, and his prayers honestly wrecked me. Like most days, just wow, like how eloquent. And, he always talked about he didn't finish school and, he wasn't as well educated and this kind of thing. He was self-educated.
Yeah.
And he loved God and he knew the Bible and he knew scripture and he knew how to pray like nobody I'd ever seen. And so celebrating that, celebrating his life, and celebrating you today, Karen.
Rob and Liz in the morning.
On His Radio.
There is a dog named Ollie. I believe he's a chocolate lab.
Yes.
Oh, he's the cutest boy. They went to the pumpkin patch. His mama took him to the pumpkin patch. And he got a pumpkin. And that is his emotional support item.
Oh, he's a pumpkin.
He's a pumpkin. He carries this pumpkin. So he carried it by the stem for a while. And then as pumpkins do, because, they're in nature,
Yes.
it started getting a little funky. A little funky, not fresh. And so they took the stem off, and then he just sort of carried it, because it was small enough pumpkin that he kind of carried it in his mouth, rolled it around, and then it got disgusting.
I would imagine so.
Yeah, and Mom said, no. We're getting, well, she did put it in a basket first, and he carried the basket around. And then it got so nasty, she was like, she threw it away, but she was getting him another pumpkin.
Oh. Did it work? He only wanted that one pumpkin.
Yeah. So she took another pumpkin, and they've also made a pumpkin patch so he can grow his own pumpkin.
He got his own little pumpkin patch.
But she took another pumpkin and rubbed it all over the other one before she, I guess, really fully threw it away. And he kind of made up with that one.
So it was the smell?
It was the smell.
It smelled a certain way.
Yeah.
It brought him to comfort.
I know. So if this ever happens to your dog, you know what to do.
Rob and Liz in the morning.
On His Radio.
Ninja, you have baby Ollie. How old is Ollie now?
Almost 4 months.
Oh, my goodness.
Not quite.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
The babies, right? Babies
So
are
cute.
just the sweetest. And Ollie is like I've never seen him just in a bad mood.
Oh, you should come over.
Okay, that's cool.
You should come over right before nap time.
Oh, okay. Well, so what's the process in, and I know he's still an infant, but what's the process in getting him to sleep at night?
Process for he'll eat around 6 or 6:30, and then we'll get bath time, and he's getting to the age where he's starting to like to kick in the water, so it's really cute. But
Oh, that is
he'll
cute.
do bath time, and then he'll get lotion, and then in his
Wow.
little jammy jams.
Oh, he has to get all snuggly
Yeah.
before he goes to bed. So there is a process when you're, I remember like I would read books to my kids, and then the boys especially wanted me to lay down with them and help them get to sleep. And then you had to army crawl your way out of the room, because if they heard a creak in the floor, they'd be like, where are you going?
Yeah.
So there's a process, but there is a little girl, her mom posted this Instagram, and I absolutely love it. I guess Mom was tucking her in, and the little girl started to get a little bit upset. So here's what happened.
Mommy, lay down. Why are you crying? Because Jesus. Because Jesus what? Jesus wants me. Because Jesus loves you? Yeah. So why are you crying? When Jesus come. Baby.
It's just the sweetest. And, to interpret a little bit, because sometimes babies speak, especially when they're upset, she just, that fullness in her heart from Jesus, it would just brought out that tenderness. And she said, I want Jesus to come.
Oh, the little innocence.
I know. And how sweet is that? Just that
Yeah.
childlike faith and love for Jesus, something I wish we all
Rob and Lizz in the morning.
On his radio.
As I woke up this morning, there was the strangest list. I was watching the news, and they were talking about candy, like just candy, not just this time of year, like the little fun size. Because I bought some, and I put it out yesterday because one of my children was coming over, my oldest son, with his girlfriend, and we carved pumpkins, things like this.
Yeah, you need snacky snack.
Right. So I had a little candy. And they said that Reese's Cups have been dethroned as the favorite candy.
No.
Right? I was like,
Those are my faves.
well, I personally feel like unless you have an allergy to Reese's Cups or to peanut
with the
butter,
peanut butter, yeah.
that they come in at number one. I know that Scott, like his life is peanut butter cups, like Reese's peanut butter cups, right? Oops. You know what? It might be helpful if I turn that on. Go ahead. Tell me what you think
I was
about
just
them.
I was so upset when you said Reese's peanut butter cups is no longer thought of as the number one candy because that's totally wrong.
I think
it
so,
is
too.
the best.
Okay, and more surprising is what came in number one because they started talking about it, and I was like, Sour Patch Kids. That has to be number one.
What was it?
It's not. It's M&M's.
What?
M&M's. Now, I like a good M&M. Don't get me wrong. And those peanut butter M&M's, yes.
Yeah, those are good. With
Those
the
are really
peanuts
good.
in it.
Yeah. Those mint ones, I know that. I'm pretty sure Jake likes those. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah. See, I'm not
No,
down
me either.
with the mint ones.
I love mint.
And those crispy ones, no.
No.
And then Sour Patch Kids was number 3.
See, I love a good Sour Patch Kid.
I had the watermelon
They're good.
ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think anything should ever dethrone the Reese's peanut butter cups.
Reese's Cup, anything Reese's is number one. It will always be. I don't care what anybody says. But the Take 5 with the pretzels, absolutely amazing. But my ultimate favorite one now is the Reese Cup, but it has the caramel in the bottom. So good.
Woman, I have not seen
Me
these.
either. That sounds like a good combo, though.
I think I know where we're going after the show to go find one.
I got a text from Christy. She said, Reese's, hands down. I don't know who's messing with the report. I agree.
Right? I don't be number 3, and when they said Reese's was no longer top, I was like, it's got to be Sour Patch Kids. I mean, it has to be because so many love the gummies and the sour and the,
The
all
sour,
that.
the sweet.
Right,
Yeah.
right. I think Jake is huge for the Sour Patch. I know that there's some kind of drink that you get.
Yeah.
It's like the Sour Patch
Yes.
flavor or whatever, but you have fond memories of the gummies?
Yes, I love me some gummies. So I used to eat a lot of gummy worms, like regular gummy worms back in the day. And so at one point I put, because, sometimes you nuke candy in the microwave. And so
gross.
I decided to nuke a gummy worm or 3. And it was disgusting. So never do that.
I mean, if you just think about the texture, I don't want to say what I think. It seems... It what?
It starts with...
Rob and Lizz in the morning.
On his radio.
I'm kind of disappointed.
Why?
Well, so I did an art project last night. I carved pumpkins with
Fun.
my oldest son, who has been so sweet. He's always been a very sweet, compassionate young man, I should say. But he texted me the other day, and he's like, "Can we get together? I want to see you."
Oh,
I know.
so
And I was like,
sweet.
well, yeah, like anytime. And so he and his girlfriend came over yesterday, and we carved pumpkins.
Yeah.
He brought the tools. He brought like the sketches, and I didn't use one of the sketches.
The little stencil
Yeah,
things.
stencil. I couldn't think of the word. Thank you, Ninja. And but I went like on Instagram and was looking at different pictures, and so I tried to do one. So the 3 of us did it. We posted it on Instagram, and we said, vote for your favorite. I will say I came in second. Last night when I went to bed, I was in third, 3 out of 3. But I came in second. So Luke's, he did a what is it called? A Pokeball? What?
A Pokeball.
Pokeball. So he did that. Caitlin did, I think, the huggy little emoji. It's got the big eyes and then the hands.
Oh, is that what it was?
Or it might be jazz hands. I don't know. It's one of the two. And then I did sort of a crooked smile pumpkin.
Oh,
And-
cute.
Yeah,
you
but
can see the picture on the
on His Radio Plus. Yeah, yeah. And so hers is super cute. So she got 30 votes.
Mm-hmm.
I got 3 votes.
Uh-huh.
Not even my own daughter voted for me, but that's a whole different subject. And then Luke got 2 votes. He doesn't know that yet because he's not up. So I can't wait to say I bested him.
I will admit, I did vote for Caitlin's.
You did.
But you didn't say whose was whose.
Well, that's the point. Like, I'm not supposed
so
to.
So it's not like I was like, I'm not going to vote for Liz.
Really? Are you
Really?
sure? But look, mine honestly was the worst of the 3. Ninja, you should have known.
Rob and Liz in the morning on uplifting and encouraging His Radio.
What are you talking about, Ninja? Leaving the leaves. Why are we leaving our leaves on the ground?
So I normally do this anyway, but now I can say it's for the environment because the experts are saying that you leave the leaves on the ground and it's better for the trees and the nutrients and the ground and the grass and such.
Okay, so it sort of decomposes, but then all the nutrients go in the soil.
Yeah, because
guess.
when you bag them up and get rid of them, then it just goes bye-bye.
Yeah.
I don't know what they do. Burn it, I guess.
Yeah, maybe. And you know what? There's one person I cannot imagine would ever leave the leaves, and I'm pretty sure that's Scott.
I grind them. No, I'm all for this.
Oh!
If you have a mulching mower, yeah, that's what that's for, and it will kind of mulch those leaves up for you, and you don't have to rake them.
You have all the
Unless you-
tools. What is a mulching mower?
Isn't a mower
It's-
mulch things anyway? When it
Well,
goes
it's a
over it?
special blade that will spin and like cut the grass or the leaves up. Look at Liz's face. And like 2 or 3 times instead of once. The eyes are rolling. This is great. So it's a mulching blade that you can have on your lawnmower.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this is I'm Ninja. Ninja and I are having a separate conversation right now. So he has all the blades and all the tools. Like we have 14 different pairs of black shoes because
Yes.
low heel, kitten heel, high heel stacked. Is that what I'm reading?
So yeah, so I've got the regular blade, the mulching blade. I've got a reel, a push reel mower that spins cylindrical and cuts grass a different way. So yeah, come on over.
Wait a minute, it cuts grass a different way?
It snips it like scissors. So it's not a blade that spins. It's like a real cylinder. All the golf courses have it. I don't have the fancy one. I've just got the manual one that pushes. But
Are you able to park a car in your garage?